Hey there everyone, this is 10 Ways to Spoil Dinner with another Zelda game theory. This theory centers on a popular villain of the series, Dark Link. Though his first incarnation appeared in Zelda 2, Link's Adventure, as the final boss, he is probably most known for being the mini-boss of the Water Temple. He's appeared in numerous Zelda titles over the years, and has garnered quite a fan base. Fangirls aside, Dark Link is one of the most interesting characters in Zelda, despite so little being known about his character. In Link's Adventure, Dark Link appears at the end of the game as a final test for Link to face before he can earn the Triforce of Courage and revive the sleeping Princess Zelda. As far as we can tell from the story, that's all Dark Link is. A challenge. This is very similar in concept to the battle between Link and Dark Link in Ocarina of Time. When you enter the mini-boss chamber in Ocarina of Time, there's an isolated island in the middle of a desolate room. The only other person in the room is Dark Link. There's no story, there's no context. Just a fight between Link and his shadow. These are the only two real major appearances of Dark Link. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Dark Link also appeared in the Four Swords games. However, the Dark Link that appeared in Ocarina of Time and Zelda 2 is not the same being that was shown in those games. The being in Four Swords is Shadow Link, and he's different in more than his name. Aside from his behavior, shown to be more of a trickster, akin to the Skull Kid, he also has an established backstory. Shadow Link was created by Ganon using the Dark Mirror. This means that Dark Link is a different entity, as, according to the official Nintendo timeline, Shadow Link was created after the appearance of Dark Link in Ocarina of Time. While I may have some qualms with the official timeline, I do believe that Ocarina of Time takes place before Four Swords, and that creates some problems for Shadow Link and Dark Link. So, where did Dark Link come from? Well, since Ocarina of Time was the first Zelda game to feature Dark Link in the timeline, let's start there. I may have a habit of reading too much into things, but I believe Dark Link is meant to have a higher purpose than to simply fight Link in the middle of a temple. He isn't just a test for the hero. He's a test of a hero. He's symbolic of overcoming one's own personal demons and the evils on your inside. However, Link is holding the Master Sword, the blade of evil's bane. Link is rarely ever shown to have any hatred in him. He's a good person just about every incarnation. However, since he has been reincarnated, it is possible that every Link still retains some level of individuality. Every Link has their own set of personality traits. There's a nature versus nurture element. So, in Ocarina of Time, Link is different than other Links because he has a certain amount of negativity in him. Take for example when he first meets Nabooru in the Spirit Temple. When she asks if Link is working for Ganondorf, one of Link's reply options is, "I hate Ganondorf." Now, Link has every right to hate Ganon, knowing all he's going to do in the future, but look at the situation. She just asked if he worked for him. Link could just as easily have said no. Instead, he can say that he hates Ganon, which comes off as a pretty spiteful thing for a kid to say when he's out to save Hyrule. Now, this is a minor detail, but looking at Link's upbringing, it isn't any wonder that he has some built-up resentment. He was raised in an environment where everyone was supposed to have a guardian fairy, and yet he did not. Mido and his friends ostracized Link, leaving him with few friends. After being pushed around for so long, even with the spirit of the hero inside of him, he still might harbor some hatred for those people. But he can't have those emotions because he's supposed to be the hero. When he pulls the Master Sword out, he has to have a pure heart. That is a consistent requirement of using the Master Sword. Only someone with the heart of a hero can pull it out, and the hero already exists. But if the hero no longer fills those requirements, what then? Those negative traits have to be taken away. Simply put, after Link takes the Master Sword out of the pedestal of time, all of those negative emotions, all of Link's anger and venom, are drained from his body. But you can't just destroy evil like that. Now, maybe it was fate that this would happen. Maybe the goddesses saw this opportunity to test their hero. If you want to add that kind of dramatic spin to the theory, that's fine. But whatever happened afterwards, the end product was Dark Link. Link's hatred and anger became its own being, and Link eventually had to face his darker self. However, as seen by his multiple appearances, you can't simply kill the darkness within your heart. That ends another gaming theory from 10 Ways to Spoil Dinner. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like it or leave a comment below telling me what your take on Dark Link is. Thanks, and out.